If you go to a rock and roll concert, you will see that there are certain physical movements that everyone seems to know.
Rock concert movement number 1. The one-armed fist pump. Ready, go. Rock concert movement number 2. Raise the roof. Ready, go.
Yeah, okay. The Blue Man Group is in town for a 5-night run at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre. They start tonight. Here they are. They are not blue in real life.
You are
and they
wearing
actually
blue
speak
shirts.
in real life, too.
We are. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you coordinated
kinda
sort
worked
of.
out that way.
Except for you.
Yeah, well,
Sorry. Okay.
I also have a beard.
Brian, well, we'll talk about that in a sec. Brian Tavener, Russell Rinker, and Ben Forrester, Blue Man Group here in Vancouver. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks for having
Thank you for having us.
That was one of the questions I had was how do you do the blue? And then how do you do the blue with
You
the
got to
beard?
get rid of that
We have to,
first.
yeah.
So that's going.
Shave.
Got to shave today.
We're coming off a break,
break,
so that's the first thing a Blue Man does when he has a break is not shave. 'Cause we
Okay.
have to shave for the show. Yeah.
Okay, and then is it makeup? Is it a mask? How does it work?
It's a combination of makeup and a bald cap. So we glue down a bald cap over our hair because obviously we all have hair, especially Ben's. He's got
Yes.
a lot of hair.
Best hair
Got
in the
some
biz.
good hair going
In the
on there.
business.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we put the bald cap down. We have a wardrobe assistant to help us, and then the makeup goes on, and it transforms us into the character.
Is this like Kiss? You put your own makeup on, or you have
Most of
people-
it.
Most of it.
Most of it.
We take pride in
Right. We don't get to be creative, though. We have to. It's just the same every time.
Yeah, yeah. You don't get to go green or anything like that.
Well, yeah, just patterns. Maybe a blue mustache.
How long does it take?
Yeah.
To do the
An
whole
hour.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how? And I was saying it must be murder on your skin, but it's okay because you have it's a wet makeup. You said.
I feel like it's actually good for your skin. It's
Really?
actually like a mud mask.
You do look
Yeah.
like smooth-skinned.
We
It
we
looks-
have.
Yeah. Like Ben is actually 68. Look at him.
You would never know.
You would
never know.
50
Yes.
years.
All right. Also, Squire was asking, how many blue men are there? Because you guys have shows everywhere, it seems.
Right.
Vegas and traveling shows, and you were mentioning you have one in Boston.
Yeah.
You're involved with one in Boston. So how
Right.
many blue men are there? And how does one become a blue man?
How does one become? There's
Well-
a secret academy in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Much like the
Is it like
X-Men.
Hogwarts? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hogwarts. There is. Yeah, there is magic training involved.
More severe, yeah.
Right,
It's a
right.
lengthy audition process, and it moves into a formal training process, and that's about 8 weeks, and that happens in New York. And then if that's successful, you get placed in one of the various cities.
When you do the audition, what instrument are you playing?
Well, you start with that, actually just making eye contact with the auditioner. It's, kind of, you're just giving an inner monologue, just expressing things with your eyes and your face and doing improv. They just like to throw things at you, literally throw things at you to see how you handle, being flexible and just being playful and being open. And then, obviously, there is a drumming element, but they can work with that. They can make you a better drummer.
Were all three of you drummers before?
I was more so a musician than an actor. I think both these guys come from more of the acting background.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Russell's kind of.
I
both.
did like drumline in high school, but this guy never.
I had no drumming experience.
Never
No,
like,
no musical experience. Until
So I played really horribly the trumpet, but no drumming experience. And then so I was part of drum school, and they teach you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's almost more
great.
important to be able to have a connection with an audience member as a
Right.
character. So you have to learn these acting devices
because you don't
first.
speak in this. There's
Correct,
No
yeah.
speaking. Yeah.
So how do you describe the character? And is each blue man, I was asking you guys also during the break, is each blue man different from the other?
I think our personalities definitely bleed through in the
Yes.
character. We all learn how to be the Blue Man, which is essentially a child in our world that hasn't been told what's right or wrong. So we've got to figure out, without judgment or without ego, how to have a connection with this population of people that have come to see the show. And then,
Our child and part superhero. Really.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Which is very innocent, very open and curious. That's what we're trying to inspire to the audience. As you can see, look at that. I mean, we just want people
play.
having an exuberant experience and feeling awe and being inspired to be creative
There's a shaman element to it.
It kind of looks like a bit of a, we need to come back on camera too.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a big rave.
It does.
Absolutely.
It's a big party, and that's the big finale. That's really the culmination of the entire show, and it ends in just a huge party, a dance party, and that's the feeling we want you leaving with.
Okay, so here he is,
The
yeah.
shaman.
Meditating. You can see his pirate socks.
Are you in character?
I got the pirate socks.
Pirate
I have
socks on right there.
Yeah, pirate socks.
How about that?
Okay.
And clown, I think, is part of the character as well.
Right.
As you can
Obviously,
see.
Yes.
One of you, I was reading a story in The Sun. I'm not sure which one of you said it, but even though you're wearing the mask, you're wearing the costume and everything, whoever it was who said it's more like you get to be yourself, even more so with this costume on.
Yeah, that's definitely
in a lot of ways.
I
Yeah.
love that part of the show. I mean, it keeps all of us have been doing it for quite some time. I think it's like a collective 18 or 19 years between the three of us.
Wow.
So it's definitely just a
Because there's no dialogue, so you have to bring yourself to
Right.
right. It's an addictive thing to be able to be on stage in front of 1,500 people and really care and really have a connection with them. As part of me is having a connection with them.
And really just to go out into the world, you take this perspective and we just go out into the audience and just look and just be open to, and that's how the show changes as well, night to night with the vibe of the audience and the people that are there. They're like the fourth character in the show, so they're a huge part of it.
Do you get to improvise very much, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's different. Lots of aspects are different.
So you learn the character, and then the character you make choices within the character. So pretty much every show is a series of choices.
So the shows may never be exactly the same then, because of the fact you can, like Cirque du Soleil, they got to stick to it or someone's going to get
Very
hurt.
much so.
But
Right.
you guys can move around.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Oh, looking forward to seeing it. All right, well, it's here all week at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre, the Blue Man Group, BroadwayAcrossCanada.ca if you want ticket information. Have a great, I don't know what you say without jinxing in show business.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Have a blast.
Thank you.
Break a leg, but
a
don't.
party.
How about
Right.
that?
Thank you.
But actually
Appreciate
don't.
that.